guys, it's Brittany. Welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year. I am so relieved that it is 2021 and 2020 is over. And I know this is more of like a formality and we're not quite out of the thick of it, but it just feels so good knowing that we're moving into a fresh year, and I'm very hopeful that we're in the up and up and things are gonna start getting better, and I hope you guys are all feeling positive entering the new year as well. Today I wanted to kickstart the new year by talking about my favorite makeup of 2020, and I wanted to get this filmed before 2021, but it didn't quite happen, and I've been catching up on filming and editing. So with that, I wanted to go through all my favorites of makeup, skincare, perfume, beauty, like all the stuff that I've been loving in 2020. And a lot of the stuff that I use this year, I actually discovered in 2019, and I stand by all of those favorites as well. So if you didn't see my favorites video from 2019, I'll link that here as well. But I also discovered so much good makeup in 2020, and that was partially due to the fact that I was home and I was shopping a lot more. I got so much good stuff this year, and it was a really good year for makeup. Ironically, like I literally was at home the entire year, but I've still been wearing makeup pretty much most days, and that's just me. Like, I love makeup. I love putting makeup on even if I'm not going anywhere. So I'm really excited to share everything that I love this year with you guys. If you're new here, my name's Brittany, and I love talking about all things makeup, but I also love sharing videos on here about cooking, stuff that's going on in my life, Disney, travel. So if you are new to my channel, I hope you'll subscribe. And I am trying to keep this video short, so I'm gonna cut this intro here and let's go ahead and jump into it. Before we jump into makeup, I wanted to talk about some of my favorite skincare from this year. Oh, I forgot one. I always do this. I always forget, and as soon as I sit down, I think of the one thing that I really wanted to talk about, so let me go get it. First thing that I wanted to talk about is this Milk Makeup Moisturizer. This I've been using. I first tried it in March of 2020, actually right as everything was happening. We were actually in Disney when COVID started hitting the US, and we got home just as everything was starting to happen. And I actually had a trial size of this moisturizer that I took with me on my Disney trip. And that's how I really discovered it. And when I was in Disney, my skin started clearing up. Like, I had acne, my skin was really dry, and this is one of the products I was using on that trip, and it is just so wonderful. Like, it's almost gone, but it's very thick, but it's not greasy, and it's just extremely moisturizing. And I'm finding in the winter this has been so helpful for my skin at just keeping it moisturized, because it does have a tendency to get really dry in the winter. I think most of us suffer from that in the winter, especially if you live on the East Coast, the Northeast, where it's very cold. So this has been a game changer for me. And then another product that I also tried when I was in Disney is this Dermalogica SPF. I had a trial size of this. This is SPF 50. And this is amazing. It's very expensive. I actually bought the full size at Ulta when it was on sale for half off during their sale. So if you are gonna try this, I would recommend getting a mini or getting it when it's discounted. This has a fragrance, so if you are sensitive to fragrance, you may not like it. It smells like rose water. I really like the fragrance, and I have very sensitive skin, and it doesn't irritate my skin, but it could be problematic for you if you are really sensitive to fragrance. So I say that's the only downside if you are. But I really like it, and again, when I was in Disney, my skin was magically clearing up, and I was using these two products. So I started to use these consistently, and I've really been liking them. Before, I was using a CeraVe SPF, and actually I started breaking out, like having acne and stuff, which I really have not had an issue with that until I got into my adult years. So when I was at the dermatologist this year, I was asking her, like telling her what I was using, and she said that the CeraVe SPFs, things that have like AM and PM like in the name, generally sometimes will cause you to have acne. And I'm not exactly sure like scientifically what the cause is, but she said to avoid SPFs like that and just moisturizers, PM, AM stuff. So because of that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop buying the CeraVe. Even though I really love the CeraVe lotions and stuff, the cleansers, that stuff is awesome. But I've stopped buying the SPFs and the AM PM moisturizers because I just think they were irritating my skin. Two other skincare products that I've really been enjoying this year are this serum from Frey. I started using this in the summer when I started doing Beachbody, and one of my friends, Ashley, posts about this all the time because she's an ambassador for them. But she's had a really good experience with them, and as I was starting to work out more, I was sweating every day so much. It was definitely taking a toll on my skin. So this is really marketed as for people who are super active, who are sweating a lot, and so I wanted to try this out, and it actually has made a huge difference in my skin. So I use their cleanser, which is really nice. It's a little bit of an exfoliant. It has little beads in it to help kind of like cleanse your skin of the dryness. And so that's been really great. I use that once a day. I don't use it twice because you don't want to over exfoliate your skin. And then I also use the serum right after I cleanse my face. It has argan oil in it, which is really good for your skin. And I definitely think it's making a difference because there was 1 week during the summer, or it was like 1 week I took a break from working out and I stopped using this because I was like, well, it's mostly for when you're working out and you're sweating a lot. My skin started to break out. So that just tells me that this stuff actually works. So it's definitely worthwhile to check out the products, even if you don't work out a lot. I think it's a really great line. And then I actually got their night serum recently, and I've been playing with that a little more too. It's a moisturizer. It actually has fragrance in it, which I was kind of surprised by, but I actually like it, and it's not irritating my skin at all. So I didn't feel like I could really like give you guys a review of that yet because I just started using it, but I will talk about that at a later date. And then I also have really been enjoying this setting spray by ColourPop. I know it's not technically like skincare, but it does have hyaluronic acid in it, which is really good for your skin. And so I kind of like mixed it in with skincare. It smells like a freaking Caribbean vacation. It smells like coconuts or pina colada. It smells so good. And I love using this as a setting spray, but I also like using it like if you have a no makeup day and you just want something to kind of like perk your skin up or just to feel refreshed. Yesterday I didn't put any makeup on, but after I showered, I wanted just that freshness, like the cool mist on my face, and I added it. I used it and it was so nice. It's just a really nice product, and sometimes it's just about the experience, right? Like the hyaluronic acid is good for your skin, but sometimes it's just about the experience of using it. It just makes you feel better, and I feel like that's what this product is. So I love ColourPop, and I was excited to kind of branch out and try some new stuff from them because, you know, I love their eyeshadows, I love their blushes, I love all their makeup stuff, but I was excited to try this from them this year, and I would definitely recommend it. And then one miscellaneous beauty item I wanted to talk about before we jump into makeup is my favorite perfume of 2020. Again, I feel like 2020 was the year that Britney treated herself because it was just a hard year, and I really did a lot of online shopping to cope with the craziness of the world. And for years, I had tons of Bath & Body Works body sprays, which I love, but it literally took until 2020 for me to buy myself an actual perfume. And last year I bought the Walk on Air by Kate Spade in the little travel vial, the rollerball one, and I love that one. But there was another perfume I really, really wanted to buy myself, and I finally did it this year, and that is the Dolce & Gabbana The Only One perfume. And this is probably one of my favorite perfumes I've smelled. I actually initially discovered this when I was shopping for my friend Sarah for her engagement, which was a year and a half ago. I cannot believe that. But I got the little roller ball for her as an engagement gift, and I had smelled it in the store when I purchased it, and it smelled so good. And I almost bought it for myself, but I didn't. I picked up the Kate Spade one instead. So this year, it was during one of the Sephora VIB sales, and I finally pulled the trigger and I bought myself a full bottle. I use it every week. I love it. It smells so good. It's definitely too, I feel like it's a really nice winter smell. It's very sweet smelling, so if you don't like super sweet smells, you may not like it, but it's definitely a warmer smell, almost a little caramelly, notes of vanilla. It smells amazing. I love it so much. I would definitely recommend it, and it's expensive, but it's not crazy. I think, you know, if you're gonna treat yourself, this is definitely a worthwhile perfume to invest in. All right, on to makeup. I'm so excited. This is like my jam. I'm so pumped. I love filming these videos. I don't know if anyone watches them, probably like 5 of you guys, but I really enjoy it. So this is really just therapeutic for me. So the first product I want to talk about is an oldie, but a goodie. And it's funny because I feel like 2020 was the year that I rediscovered makeup that I've loved for a long time, but I took a break from. And one of those products was the BareMinerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Moisturizer. I wear it at 1.5 Birch. I'm actually wearing it today. And I don't know why. I talked about this in my Sephora haul video, and I had been wearing this for years. Like, I loved it. It was so comfortable. And then I guess when I just started trying new products, I just didn't repurchase it because I was trying other foundations. But this year, as we've been at home more, I've really been craving easy to use products, not heavy foundations, because I'm at home. I just wanted something lighter. And one day I was in my makeup drawer looking for this, and I realized I didn't have it. And so when the Sephora sale came around, I had to pick it up, and I've been using it like crazy ever since I got it. If I had to, this is a bold statement. If I had to pick one foundation to wear for the rest of my life, it would be this one. And my reason for that is I think it's the perfect light to medium coverage. I'm not someone who needs a full coverage foundation. For special occasions, it's nice. But to be honest, this is so comfortable to wear, and I think it gives you just enough coverage. If you're using a concealer or a powder, this is plenty. Like, this is really all you need. It's so nice. It doesn't move around too much on your face. It's super comfortable. It's very moisturizing. And as someone with really dry skin, this is so helpful. And I especially like using this during the winter because my skin already has a tendency to be more dry. And then during the winter, it's just like double that. So this has been so wonderful to start using again. And I would definitely recommend, if you try one product out of this entire video, try this one. It's so good. Let's move on to powders. So I actually have two to share with you guys. The first one was new to me this year. It is the number 7 Lift and Luminate Triple Action Finishing Powder in Light. So it says your best looking skin instantly smoother and more radiant. This statement is accurate. This powder is so good and it's so inexpensive. It's only $12. I ordered this from Target online, and it's just a translucent powder, but I found out about this powder through Jessica Braun. She uses it on her under eye area, which is what I mostly use it for, but I also use it when for example, my tinted moisturizer, especially with wearing masks. I love to throw like a translucent powder just all over my face. That way when I'm out and about with a mask on, my foundation isn't moving around. This is great for that because it's not like white casting your face. It's not making your face look super cakey, which with my dry skin, that is an issue with powders. Like, as much as I love my BareMinerals loose powders, like the Veil and the foundation, sometimes they make my face look a little cakey, and it's perfectly fine for around the house or wearing errands. But when I really want my face to look like very even and my foundation to look very blended and not move around my face, I love to throw a translucent powder over it, and this is perfect. It's so inexpensive. And this actually, Jessica Braun claims this is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury powder, and that's very expensive. So I think if you are in the market for a new powder, this is definitely one you should check out. I also love, this was a discovery of 2020, the Makeup Forever powder. I have the shade R210. This is their matte velvet skin powder. And this is technically a foundation, a powder foundation. What's nice is it comes with this little sponge, which I do like to use occasionally, just like to powder my nose. If I feel like I just need to freshen up, I'll use the little sponge to powder my nose. And I love this for when I'm using a tinted moisturizer like my BareMinerals one. I love to use this over top of it if I feel like I want a little extra coverage, and it just sets that cream foundation even more. So if you're looking for a powder foundation, I would definitely recommend this. I think it just lays very even on your skin, and again, it's not super cakey. It's not gonna show fine lines and dry skin nearly as much as other powders would. So I've been loving this. I use this a lot. It's pretty much always on my vanity. It's a really, really good powder. I feel like we're literally gonna be here forever. I hope you guys have a snack or a drink with you because this is gonna be a long one. This year I tried a lot of blushes, and I love blush, and it's one of those steps that I almost never skip when I'm doing makeup. Even on my lighter makeup days, I almost always use a blush. I just love them. I think it's a really, really nice way to just lift your face, brighten things up, and there's so many options with blush, which is one of my favorite things about it. There's so many shades, there's so many colors, cream, powder, and today's world there's so many options, and today I'm going to share two of them. I was going to share one, but I had to. There's so many blushes I tried this year, so many good ones, but I did limit it down to two. The first one is my absolute like favorite. If again, like of the products I tried this year, this was truly a standout product, and it is the MAC blush. This is the Glow Play Blush in Cheer Up. It's a cream to powder blush, and it's a very interesting texture. It's not super creamy, but it's definitely a cream. The best way to apply this is with your finger. I'm actually wearing it today. This shade is my favorite. It actually matches my sweater like literally perfectly. And what I love about this blush is it's wonderful for traveling. This year we went on a weekend trip to Gettysburg. We just drove there for the weekend, and I brought this with me, and I actually didn't even pack a highlight because this blush is actually a little glowy. Like you can get away with using this and not using highlight, and I love it for days where you don't really feel like putting a ton of makeup on, but you want a little something, so you can throw like your tinted moisturizer on and then throw this on, and you look super put together even though you put zero effort in it. Because honestly, if you just have a tinted moisturizer and this blush, you don't need bronzer because it's going to brighten your cheeks up. You don't need a highlight because it's a little glowy. This is an amazing product, and I really would, like, once I use more of this, I would love to try out a different shade because there's a couple of them. But honestly, the Cheer Up shade, I love it because with my fair skin, I just think the light pinks look really nice on me. And it's a very natural color, and it's just good for everyday use, but also if you really need to dress up. I just think it's so pretty. And the fact that it's glowy really just adds that extra little punch that makes it so special. This really is such a special makeup product. And then we also have another blush, and I almost didn't talk about it because it's kind of new to me, but I've been using it a ton. So I think that just already goes to show you it's a really good product. This is the Rare Beauty Blush from Selena Gomez's new makeup line. This color is Bliss. It's a matte blush, and I talked about it in my Sephora haul, and since then I've been using the heck out of it. It actually comes in this little vial, and it comes with this little sponge applicator. Looks exactly like a lip gloss, but I just dab 2 dots like on my cheek, and I blend it in with a brush, and it's super easy. It's no fuss. You can use your fingers. I love it so much, and I think it's just a really nice everyday blush. Onto eyeshadows. This is literally my favorite part of the video because, you know, your girl loves her eyeshadow. And a brand that I really started to play with more this year is Too Faced. They've been out a freaking long time, and for some reason I've just never bought any of their products. And last year in my favorites video, I talked about their face palette, which I love. It's so good, and definitely go check out that video and check out that face palette. It is still, I use it all the time still. I've had it for pretty much almost 2 years, and I use it a ton. But I really wanted to try more of their stuff, and so because I'm an eyeshadow lover, I was really dying to try some of their eyeshadows, and I did my research and I picked out the perfect eyeshadow palette, and I do not regret buying it. I use it a lot, and it's their Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. This smell, first of all, it smells amazing. It smells like real chocolate, which I love chocolate, so it's so fun. I love that it's scented, but also the shades are just honestly gorgeous. What I love most about this palette is it has 3 base shades, and those are mattes. So you have your 3 matte base shades, which honestly, like, that's all you need. Oh, actually it's 4. So you get this nice light color you can put all over the lid, and then you really have like 2 transition shades, like the 2 browns, and then you have your like black that you could use on the outer corner to smoke it out or as a liner. That's really all you need though, and then the rest are beautiful metallics. This gold one right here, chocolate gold, is my favorite shade in the palette. I love it just on its own. When I use this, I pretty much will just do like this, maybe in the crease, and then I will put this all over my lid, and it looks stunning. It's one of those shades that it's gonna make your eyes look so, so beautiful, and it's just so simple. It's literally the most simple look. I also love this pink New Money. It's such a unique shade. I don't have any eyeshadows that are this color, and I love pink, so I love reaching into this one a lot. Old Money is also a beautiful bronzy color. And then Gold Dipped is such a pretty muted gold shimmer. There are honestly so many good shades in this, and I like when I bought it, I was like, ooh, it's so pretty. And you look at the colors and they're kind of crazy, and you're like, I don't know, maybe this is too much, but there's somehow the metallics are so beautiful and stunning and almost simplistic, because I think it's just the way the palette is set up, because it basically is built so that your looks are so flawless and easy. I mean, you've got your bases, and then you have basically your lid color, and you can use these in your outer corner. I've done that as well, but really the easiest way to apply these is just with your finger all over the lid. It makes your look so put together, so beautiful, and they make your eyes really just pop. And again, like, I'm smelling this right now and I'm like, oh my gosh, it smells so good. But I've actually used this a lot. It sits out on my vanity most days. It's a little pricey, but this will last you a really long time, and I really do think it's a versatile palette. You can do everyday looks with this. You can do really like intense nighttime looks with it with the bright colors. It's really fun to play with, and I would definitely recommend this to you guys. Continuing with eyes, I wanted to talk about some mascaras that I've loved this year, and also an eyeliner. The first thing I'll talk about is this It Superhero Eyeliner. This actually was given to me by my mom. I think it came in a set that she purchased, or maybe she got it as a freebie at Ulta, but it's a liquid eyeliner, which I historically have not used liquid eyeliners because I'm really bad at them. But this year I started using this one because I had it just to do wings in my outer corner, and I love it. And I love doing wings now. I'm still not very good at it, but I do like to do a nice little black wing, and this has made it very, very easy. So if you're looking for a good liquid eyeliner and you're not super good at liquid eyeliner, I think this is a good one to start with. I honestly have no idea what the price tag on this is, which is really bad of me. I should have looked that up for you guys, but I'll list it in the in my description below so you can check it out. I really like it. It's nice and black, and it's easy to apply, and it does not move around. It's definitely one of those eyeliners that it's not moving anywhere until the end of the night when you wash it off. So definitely check this one out. And then also, I have 2 mascaras that I have repurchased multiple times at this point that I had to mention in this video, because I think these are going to be mascaras that I use like for a really long time, and I'm actually having trouble branching out and trying new mascaras because I really like these mascaras so much. And at this point, I've purchased this one 3 times. So this is the Bambi Eye Mascara by L'Oreal, and it is so good. It's only $12, and I was using the heck out of L'Oreal Lash Paradise, And then when I discovered this mascara, it became my new favorite. And if I had to pick one over the other, I would pick Bambi Eye every day. And I think what I like most about it is the barrel of the mascara. It's kind of this rounded barrel, but the bristles are actually plastic, which really lengthens. It really grabs your lashes so that it lengthens and curls, and it really fans your lashes out, so it almost looks like you're wearing false eyelashes, which I love that type of look. And you know, I'm not putting false eyelashes on to work from home, so if I can get that from a mascara, I'm obsessed. I also really love the Tarte Maneater mascara, and I actually purchased this Black Friday of 2019, and then I used the heck out of this mascara like for 8 months of 2020. Basically until it dried out, I was using this, and it has a very similar barrel to the Bambi Eye. So I think at this point I need to call it a dupe. I talked about it during the summer during one of my vlogs that I thought they were very, very similar. But now that I've repurchased both of them and used them for so long, they're pretty much a dupe. So I love this one. The barrel's a little bigger, so I think you get a little more volume, but the bristles are exactly the same as the Bambi Eye, so it's really that plasticky bristle that really grabs your lashes, it volumizes, it lengthens. I think you get a little more volume from the Tarte Maneater, but the Bambi Eye is half the price. I only buy this one on Black Friday because Ulta the last 2 years has had it as half off. So if you can get it discounted, I think it's way worth it. It's so good. And I find that high-end mascaras, I know you're not supposed to use them longer than 3 months, but I do find that they last a little longer than a drugstore mascara. So if you have the money to splurge on the full-priced high brand mascara, I think it's worth it. Both are super good though. I really am gonna have a really hard time trying new mascaras because I'm so obsessed with these ones. I literally keep repurchasing them because they are so amazing. Only a couple more products left and then we're all done. I really need to wrap this video up. I feel like it's gonna be so long. I wanted to talk about my favorite highlight of 2020, and that one is the Benefit Cookie Highlight. I bought this right at the beginning of 2020, and I remember using it as I was starting my new job, and I just loved putting it on in the morning because I love really punchy highlights, and I know some people are not into it, but I really like it. I actually have it on today, and what I really like about this highlight is it's very punchy, but at the same time the color is very, almost, I don't want to say natural, but it blends in really nicely with the skin, almost seamlessly. I really like using it under my blush too. Like if you don't want it to be as glaring and punchy and blinding, throw it under your blush. But if you're into that glaring punchy look like I am, throw it over top your blush. It also comes with a brush. It's an angled brush. This will make this highlight very, very punchy just because the brush itself is kind of thick and it's angled. So I like this brush, but I tend to use my own, but it is nice that they include it in the highlighter. And then this is what the highlight looks. It comes in this nice little box. I love the packaging. It's lasted me a really long time. This was a little pricier, but honestly, like, it's gonna last so long, and you only need the littlest amount because it is really bright. It is such a good highlight. I love it. I use it all the time. I've probably used this highlight the most out of all my highlights this year, so this one had to be my favorite. And then lastly, I have one lip product. I've tried a ton this year, but I'm only mentioning one, and it's pretty new. And I only mention products that are newer to me if they are that good, and this one is really good. I will be purchasing a full size of this because that's how good it is. This is Rare Beauty's Lip Balm in Thankful, and this is actually a dewy lip balm, but it looks like a lipstick. It's wild. I'll put some on for you guys. I didn't put it on because honestly it doesn't really match my outfit today, but let me just throw a little on. It's very glowy, like it's got a luster to it, almost like a satin finish, but it's a lip balm and it feels very comfortable. It's not super sticky. I love a nice lustrous, like not sticky, not matte lipstick, and because this is a lip balm, it's way more comfortable than a lipstick. So this is like my new favorite thing. Actually, this lives in my purse most days if I'm leaving the house. If I'm not leaving the house, it sits on my vanity, and I pretty much put this on every day. This has become my go-to lip color, and I think this color, Thankful, is just so pretty. It's a nice everyday shade. It's perfect for fall and winter. It's just so beautiful, and honestly, like, Selena Gomez, thank you for creating this lip shade. Please never discontinue it, because this is my new favorite thing, and I really do not know how I will go on through life without this lip color. And I think on that, we should probably wrap this video up. I tried so much good stuff in 2020, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for sitting through this entire video. You guys are all stars, and I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys have the best 2021 ever. I really am praying for you guys, and I hope that everyone has a really happy and healthy new year. I am so hopeful, and I'm so thankful for you guys just for watching my videos, and I hope that you stick around for all the videos that I have to come in 2021. A goal of mine, and I really hope I can stick to this, is I would really love to put out one video a week. So if you are new to my channel, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It helps me out so much. And I just love all of you guys so much for watching my videos. You guys are amazing, and I hope you guys have the best year yet. Thank you, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.